Okay, what we're going to do here is solve a problem that's a systems of equations problem, and we're going to use the addition method. It's a little bit more of a difficult problem for a couple reasons, and one of them is it's you don't have the actual system of equations written out to start with, so it's a word problem essentially that is a system of equations problem. Find two numbers that are twice the smaller plus 3 times the large is 34, and 5 times the smaller minus twice the larger is 9. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start off by writing out, we need to figure out, we're going to have a x is going to be the smaller, and we're going to choose y as the larger, and we're going to deconstruct this sentence a little bit. Whenever you have whenever you find an is in a word problem, it usually means that it's an equal. So one of them is going to equal 34, one of them is going to equal 9. So let's see if we can make this. Let's see, find two numbers that are twice the smaller. So we're going to start off with 2, and then our smaller, which is our x, and then plus 3 times the larger, or larger. So we're going to do 3y, and it equals 34, and then 5 times the smaller minus twice the larger, and it equals 9. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to figure out what variable we're going to get rid of through these two systems of equations. I usually get rid of the y first. So the easiest way to do this is we're going to multiply both sides, or just one side if you can, one of the equations. But in this case, we're going to multiply both of them by a figure, so that we have so we can get our y components in here to something where if when we add them up, then we end up with 0. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to multiply the top one by 2 and the bottom one by 3, and we end up with 4x plus 6y equals 68. And then on the bottom we end up with 15x minus 6y equal 27. I'm going to rewrite this over here so I have more room. 4x plus 6y equals 68. 15x minus 6y equal 27. Okay, so we have that written out, and at this point what we can do is some addition. We add these up, and this cancels out. This equals 95, and this equals 19x. Now we want to get the 19 away from the x here. So it was 19x. So instead of multiplying, we divide to isolate that. So we do 19. We end up with x equals 5. Okay, now we're going to take this value and we're going to plug it in, and we're going to plug it into one of the original ones. We're not plugging into one of the adapted, so we're going to plug it in. So we end up with 5. We're going to plug it into this one. I'll show you. 2y equals 9. And now when we plug it in, we end up with this. We end up with 5, 5. Put little brackets around it so you can see. 2y equals 9. So this equals 25 minus 2y equals 9. And what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 25. That gives us a negative 16, negative 2y. And now what we're going to do is we're going to isolate the y, negative 2. So we're going to divide it, and divide the negative 2 by the 16. End up with y equals 8. So our answer is y equals 8 and x equals 5.